what's under the UT10?
Well, I got 2 UT10 forms, both dated the 23rd of October, but I only signed one of them, and I was never officially charged with assault with a weapon, and in this court disclosure package, there is no weapon. It's alleging I hit somebody with a pipe on the head, and there is no pipe. So what happened to the pipe?
What do you mean there's no pipe?
There's no pipe. There's no photo of a pipe. The pipe that was seized, there's no photo. So somebody's walking around with a photo, with a pipe that has my fingerprints on them, and there's no...
So, from what you're telling me, Mr. Simmons, like all of the things that you're bringing up, is all stuff, like if you're I understand, from what I understand, you're going to be representing yourself in this case?
I'm not making it to trial. I've already been told by an individual who lives next door to me that I wasn't going to make it to trial. So,
well, that's not up to them, that's up to the court.
Well,
right?
One bullet, and I'm not... See, what I wanted to do is forward the information, forward these documents supporting what I'm saying to an officer to support the charges.
Okay, so for what you're telling me, there's nothing that I can do for you over the phone with what you're telling me. Everything that you're telling me is stuff that if you're representing yourself, it has to be brought up in court, or if you want to make a complaint about that member, you'd have to do it through the CRCC, and that's the way you'd have to do that. I'd have to look up the contact information for you, but I can do that if you like.
The
information that you're providing is stuff that would be part of your defense for court in regards to the allegations against you. And it's all stuff that you would use as evidence to provide your defense.
I understand the process completely, but I never signed a second UT10 form, and there's a signature that looks similar to mine on it. I was never charged with assault with a weapon, and there is no weapon. What we have is a forged
and again, that's
signature.
something that you'd have to bring up in court.
But that has nothing to do with court. That's a criminal offense. Right?
I'm not sure where you got this document from. I don't see a second
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
undertaking on our files here, so...
I got two undertakings from October 23rd. One has a police report number and one doesn't. They're two papers completely different. One has a mischief and the other one has mischief and assault with a weapon.
Okay.
So why do you only have one but I have two in front of me?
I don't know, I'd have to look through the entire file here to see. But again, that is stuff that you'll have to bring up in court, or your lawyer will have to bring up in court if you wish to hire one. It's nothing that I can do for you right now. It's a clerical error, if anything, which could be used for your defense to perhaps get off, but there's nothing that I can do about that. Okay, I do see a second undertaking here. It looks like the same signature to me, but I'm not a signature expert that has both charges with it. Looks like you were served a second document on the same date.
But that's physically impossible because...
It's not physically impossible because we do that regularly when things change. We quite often serve people two documents. We'll serve one and then things will change, your information will come up and we'll serve a second one.
But I never signed it.
Well, your signature appears to be on it. And if you're saying you didn't sign it, again, that would become part of your defense in court. There's nothing that I can do for you here like that. It's not something that I can investigate or do anything for. That's going to be part of your defense in court for the allegations against you. Okay, because from what I can see, you were served a second undertaking, it looks like, on the same date to add the second charge.
That's
what it appears to me, and it looks like the same signature to me. So there's not much I can do about that. That is all for you to deal with in court.
I got the paperwork, and I can prove that until October 29th, the officer was not aware of an assault that occurred that night. On October 29th, after the statement, I spoke with Lee about getting hit with the pipe, as this was not disclosed to me the night of the occurrence.
Okay.
So how could he go back in time? Shouldn't it have been dated the 29th? The second UT-10 form?
It's possible. And again, that would be a clerical error if it was, which again is something that you'd have to bring up in court. I can understand your frustration with it, and from what I gather with everything you're telling me, you're representing yourself, so you're going through all of the information that has been provided to you. There is generally reasons for it and can be explained, but it's something that has to be dealt with in court.
Yeah.
So that is what I can recommend to you, is that you deal with this in court. These are all things that obviously you're noticing and documenting. If there's issues with the court disclosure that you received and these issues that you're finding, it's to be brought up in court in front of the justice to explain why to defend yourself for the allegations against you.
Yeah.
They're all valid reasons for your
Yeah,
something that I can investigate criminally.
I don't understand the equality of the law in this case.
Okay. So like I said, if you do want to make a complaint against the officer, there's ways for you to do that. Or you can use all this information that you're disclosing to me for your defense, which is what, if you were to hire a lawyer, that's what they would do, is use all this information to provide a defense for you in court, and that's what it would be used for. Or to talk to the Crown and try to have it dealt with prior to going to court, so it doesn't have to actually go to trial. There's things like that. But again, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really
The problem with
on
that
legal matters in regards to that.
problem with that is I was never officially charged with assault with a weapon, nor is there any weapon, and I brought this up in court already in 6 weeks.
Well, court takes a long time, and have you actually is there sworn information yet? Because I don't know if you've been charged.
For what?
For anything, or if this is just for Crown opinion. I don't know if there's actually a sworn information on here yet. There may not be. You may not actually have been charged yet. Have you already been to court once?
I've been to court. I already set the trial date. This was sworn on December 1st.
The information was?
Yes.
Okay, so then you have been... Right, so on here there's a sworn information. You have been charged with assault.
But I haven't been.
You have been, because the information's sworn. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
I think we're just arguing about a technicality here, but when you're to be charged is when an information's sworn. That means you've been charged. Are you referring to being arrested? Are you saying you've never been arrested for it?
I've never been arrested for assault with a weapon or charged for assault with a weapon.
Then again, that is something that, when you're defending yourself in court, that is something that you would present as a defense in court. It's not something that I can deal with here at the attachment level. These are all things that would form part of your defense for the allegations against you.
I understand that process, but there's still a forward signature in regards to the undertaking that I did not sign.
And that's something that you would have to take to somebody to get analyzed to prove otherwise, because according to what I can see, it looks like it was signed by you. I can't say anything further to that. It's just what it looks like. If you're saying it's not, you'd have to go through the process of having that analyzed and whatever else to prove your innocence on that.
Okay. So you said the complaint is the only other channel of recourse to file a
Well,
complaint?
so you have this allegation against you, these allegations. You're bringing up issues with the disclosure package that was sent to you, which, from what you're telling me, all of those are
Two crimes,
your defense.
two crimes were committed between October 29th and October 23rd against myself in regards to theft of a cell phone, tampering with evidence, and the forgery.
Okay, and again, those are, if you want to make that complaint against the officer, you'd have to go through the Public Complaints Commission.
But that's not a complaint, that's a criminal offense in Canada under the criminal code.
From what you're telling me and what I'm reading in the report, I don't see that. You'd have to make a complaint against the member.